Right. I'm tired of hearing about how single black mothers are ruining the lives of their sons, their daughters. They're ruining the lives of everybody. They say that a lot of these boys turn out the way they turn out because of their mothers. A lot of these mothers do the very best they can to raise these boys, to raise these children, period. A lot of fathers don't make an effort to try to raise their children. But yet, for some reason, we don't blame them for anything. It's kind of funny how we blame a person for trying to do everything possible that she can to ensure the survival of her children. But yet we don't blame the person who had helped her make these children. We don't blame him who don't give a damn about his children and have left the children with the mother to fend on her own. We don't blame him for anything. I wonder why that is. We're going to explore that. It's the Maximum Overdrive 3G up right now. Hit it, Dame. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is the Maximum Overdrive. I am the Black Knight. I'm joined by always by the ladies of the E Nation. I have the Lady Knight on one side, my partner in crime, and the newest addition of the E Nation family, the Thunder Princess, hailing all the way from Ghana, Africa. Miss Abina Abeko is also with us, and we're going to discuss this topic about single black mothers not blaming themselves for doing the best they can. Now, the reason why this topic came about is because we were in the back chat doing some reading and some research and having a conversation. And it seems like every time you turn around, single black mothers are being blamed for how their children are turning out. You know, it's funny how single black mothers keep getting blamed for everything. But for some reason, the father isn't blamed for anything. Why does the father get off scot-free? And the father is the culprit who put the single black baby mother in that predicament in the first place. Why does he get off scot-free? Why don't we scrutinize him? Why aren't we blaming him for not taking care of his kids? We're blaming the mother for doing the best she can to take care of her kids, but won't blame the father for not taking care of his kids at all. I don't understand the logic in that. Let me say that one more time. We are blaming the mother for doing everything she can to raise the children, to take care of the children. We're blaming her, but won't blame the father for not taking care of the children and doing nothing for the children. I don't understand that. Now, I know that I'm not that smart. I've been told that I'm not smart. As a matter of fact, you guys insult my intelligence all the time. You call me dumb, you say I'm an idiot, and so forth, whatever. Okay, fine. Sticks and stones, right? But there's a logic. It doesn't sound right to me. We're blaming the mother for doing what she can to be a mother, but we're not blaming the father for not being a father at all. Wow. Is it wrong for the mother to do anything that she can because she's put in a desperate situation? We were in the back chat reading about a mother who was put in an impossible situation with her child. First of all, the father didn't want the child. The father wanted the mother to take the child down to an orphanage. And when she refused, he grabbed the baby and threw the baby against the wall as hard as he could, trying to kill it. But the baby survived. The baby boy survived, and he left them high and dry. She took a job. This is back in the 1920s. She took a job. The place burned down, and there was no work. There was hardly no work for black women back then. So she did what she could. Was it wrong for her to befriend a black man of means? He had means. She needed. They were facing starvation. So she did what she had to do. She befriended this black man of means, and he gave them a better life, and her child survived. But the problem was she didn't love this black man. Eventually, she ended up leaving him later when they were able to fend for themselves. Was she wrong for doing that? I say no. Let me bring in my two lovely co-hosts. We're going to get their perspectives on this. Abby, Dame.
Yeah.
Dame.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, so we're talking about a woman. Okay, you guys know we was in the back chat reading, and we was talking about a woman that was put in an impossible situation where the father hated the child and tried to murder the child. The child survived, and the father left them high and dry. So she took advantage of a man with means just to get her and her son out of starvation and poverty. Now, some people will say, well, she is wrong for doing that, and she put her son in harm's way and all this. First of all, okay, we'll get to the harm's way in a minute, but I don't think that she's wrong for doing this. And the reason why I say that, it's not that I'm saying black women can do no wrong. I'm saying black women can do no wrong. Well, what I'm saying is this. She's a mother. Mothers are going to try to find a way to feed their children. She has no help from the father. As a matter of fact, the father made very clear how he felt about the child. He tried to kill the child. So she knows the father wants nothing to do with the child. Back then, there was no welfare. She couldn't go to welfare. There was no welfare back then. Talking about in the early 20s, there was no welfare back then. So she did the next best thing. She befriended a man who was a man of means. And he was a gentleman, he was a kind man, and he got them out of poverty. Now, ultimately, she left some years later when she was strong enough to take care of her own son because she did not love this man. But was she wrong in doing so, ladies? Was she wrong?
No.
Right.
Abby?
Yeah, I'm here.
Was she wrong?
Yeah, yeah, she's
Okay.
wrong because
Okay, tell us why she was wrong.
she's wrong because why you being you being upset because of your son is doing something wrong, or maybe the man is doing something wrong, and as a mother, you are rather protect. You have to protect your son, not you being upset or you being mad or you being ashamed of what he been doing. No.
I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying is the mother was put in a bad situation because the father did not want the child. The father tried to kill the
Okay.
child, and he left them with nothing. He left them penniless, and they were facing starvation. So in order to try to survive and keep her child alive, she befriended a man that had money, and that man took them out of poverty. But she never loved the man. But she married the man, and he gave them a better life. Now, was she wrong for doing that?
No, 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 no. She wasn't wrong because she's doing it for her sons and her daughters. So I think she did a great thing because
Right.
it's
So,
trying to protect.
right. So people might say, well, she was wrong for doing that, right? Because she didn't love the man. But what would you do? You in a situation and you face starvation with your child, and there's no help for you anywhere else. See, we're not talking about somebody who's a gold digger. We're not talking about somebody who's a shyster. We're not talking about somebody who's out there running con games. We're talking about a mother put in an impossible situation and facing sheer death, starvation. She's going to do what she has to do to ensure the survival of her child. That's what it is. Now you don't have to like it,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what it is. And let's not act like we won't do things out of desperation that we think are for the better good, even sacrifice someone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I say sacrifice, I don't mean kill someone, but but she sacrificed this guy. She gave him a companionship that had no love in it. He did get something out of it. They did have sexual relations, but she was never in love with him. She just used him to get on her feet and to provide a better life for her and her child because they were facing starvation and poverty.
Mm-hmm.
Dame, your take.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Every woman is going to be when faced with that starvation for her and her child, especially for her child.
Hmm.
Uh huh. Yeah. So that would be that would be okay as far as I'm concerned. And it's not like she abused him or she treated him badly. Um, she treated him like a wife. She gave
Right. I
him
mean,
a loving as home as she could, just that
right.
she just didn't love him.
Right. And she even married him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he got something out of the deal. They had sexual relations, but she just never loved him. And
Mm-hmm.
when she was able to
Mhm.
get on her feet, she left. Now he died a year later of a broken heart. Okay. But I don't think that she did anything wrong here. She was faced with a situation where she had to survive. And remember, there was no welfare back then.
Mm-hmm.
And so, see, I got a problem. See, let's talk about what I was just saying, okay? How is it that we blaming the single black mothers for doing everything they can to ensure their children's survival, their children's safety, and and raising their children when we don't blame the father who don't give a damn about the kids, the same father who put the mother in that predicament in the first place, and he don't do nothing for his children. Why aren't we blaming the fathers for it? I don't understand why the fathers don't get blamed for anything. Can somebody help me out here? Is there something wrong with me? Did I miss something? How the hell are you blaming somebody for doing the very best that they can, given the circumstances, versus not blaming someone who should be responsible and aren't doing a goddamn thing? I don't understand that logic. Can any one of you ladies break that down to me? Anybody in the chat, you can jump in there too and help Max understand this kind of logic because I just don't get it. Ladies,
Okay. It seems like
are you eating?
uh,
All right, we'll come back to you when you're done eating.
I'm
Um,
done.
uh, um,
Right, right. You see, is it? Oh, you see. Okay, sorry. It seems like okay. I don't know the reason why they blaming the black mothers, single mothers that they've been doing to protect or to find out to save their children. I don't know why they blame them, but
but they're blaming the black mothers because they're saying that they're the reasons why these boys are effeminate. They're the reason why these boys are thugs. They're blaming her for trying to raise the child, for trying to feed the child, put clothes on the child's back, make sure the child goes to school, get the child medical, and put the overall do the best she can to be a mother. Now, sometimes she may falter because it's a lot on her, especially if she's a working mother. These things aren't taken into consideration. I.e., remember the woman that won that lottery for with the $80 million? She before she won that lottery, she had 5 jobs. 5. How is it that you got a mother of 4 or 5 children with 5 jobs, and you got a father who won't get one job? I don't. Man, what is wrong with the logic here? Why the hell are we
see,
listening to guys who don't do a damn thing for their kids and blame the mother for doing everything she can for the kids that they left behind? Abby, you want to fill me in on that?
yeah, for me, I would say it is the father's fault because you are supposed to be around and take care of your children, but you did not. And the mother find out to take care of the child. You don't supposed to blame this innocent woman who sacrificed himself to take care of your children that you left for. And one thing
Mm.
that these children, the people they are the say they are the people who want to be like a pimps, not the mother who want them to be, or not the
Mhm.
mother who want them to be a gay. But it's the children who want.
But here it is,
So
right? They're blaming the mother for how the boys are turning out. Where they're saying, okay, well, these guys are a product of a single black mother, but you created those single black mothers.
right,
A
Right.
single black mother is an abandoned woman.
Right.
Hello,
yeah,
she is an abandoned woman,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
abandoned by the father of the children that she has, or the child. This is how she becomes a single black mother. How is it that you're blaming her for a predicament that was forced on her? No black woman walks around here that I know of asking to be a single black mother. I don't hear any mothers talking about, wow, I can't wait to be a single black mother. I hear women talk all the time. I don't never hear them say stuff like, wow, I can't, I'm excited about becoming a single black mother. I can't wait to become a single black mother. Dame, Abby, is that something that y'all talk about? Do y'all
No.
no,
do y'all look forward to becoming single black mothers?
No.
never.
Mm. I know girls that's not in a hurry to get in a relationship because they're afraid of being a single black mother. They,
Right,
hmm
because they've been seeing single mothers all the time, so they don't want to be involved to be a single mother. So now they're running from relationship as a young girls that
Why
we are coming.
hmm
why aren't we blaming the fathers for anything? How is it that they get off scot free and don't get blamed for anything? How is it that we got men in so called in their right state of mind walking around here talking about it's the mother's fault because the father's not around? Again, I'm not smart. I'm everyone's smarter than me.
hmm
I need to be somebody educate me on. I don't understand that logic.
Okay.
Help me out here.
Okay. Cause they're these boys that were raised by a single black mother. Because she wasn't perfect mom, she or super mom. She couldn't be there for everything. She couldn't catch everything, and they grow up and then they become like their dads. And because they are their dads, they don't want to be accountable for their walking out on their family and their kids and their woman. They have to blame someone. So it got to be the mother.
We sat up there and watched the father talk in the home with his son, and his son is dressed like a little girl, wearing all pink and riding a pink bicycle.
Hmm. Yeah, that wasn't a child raised by a single mother. His father's there, but
Again, how do you? Oh, okay, I'm confused. Okay, we keep talking about these ninjas keep blaming the single black mother, right? They keep saying that she is the bane of our existence. She is the bane of black society. She is a blight on black society. Somehow the father is it, which I I don't understand how the father is getting off scot free. That is blowing my mind. How the hell is that happening? So they're saying that the black mother is the bane of all black society.
mhm,
Okay. I
Okay.
mean, these guys talk like they want to get rid of single black mothers overnight.
yeah,
Many of them are products of single black mothers. Where would any of you ungrateful bastards be had it not been for your mother doing everything that she can to ensure your survival? You ungrateful bastards. You know, you have any idea what these single black mothers have to go through, excuse me, to raise their children, to even ensure the survival of their children. A lot of y'all can't even deal with the pressure that a single black mother deals with every single day. You weak ass niggas can't even take somebody calling you a name. So you can't stand up to the pressure of what a single black mother has to go through every day. And on top of that, the father who she should be able to rely on for resources is nowhere to be found or don't want to have shit to do with the kids. And has a disdain and a hatred for her and the children. So she has to deal with that on top of everything else. And then many other mothers today are working mothers, which makes it even doubly tough. So what would you have her do? She can't be everywhere. She can't do everything. She's not supposed to do everything by herself. There's supposed to be a man there helping her out. There's supposed to be a man there with resources to help take care of the children. Why not? They're his children. I don't understand. And so again, we're talking about someone who is doing everything she can to raise these children and to ensure the survival of these children, whereas the father isn't doing anything at all. And he escapes blame. As a matter of fact, he gets pity from people. People feel sorry for him. I don't get it. Have we lost our minds?
Yes, because people never pitied deadbeat dads. That's why they call deadbeat dads or deadbeat father. Dead.
Yeah, but the debit that cannot be. Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, they call deadbeat dads because they sentencing their family to death. When you leave, you're leaving your family to death. Yeah, in this particular time period of the book we was reading, it was definitely a death sentence because there was not a lot of employment for the mother.
Are you talking about back in the 20s, right?
Right.
Niggers back then was doing the same things niggers are doing today. All niggers wanted to do back then was hump. And that's all they want to do today is hump. All they want to do is hump. Nobody wants to be a father. Nobody wants to be a responsible father. Nobody wants to be a responsible husband. Nobody wants anything to do with being a man of integrity, with being a man of means, with being a man of respect. They all just want to hump. They just want to walk around here like a pack of wild ass dogs and just hump. As a matter of fact, they want to hump so badly, they're humping each other. They're humping women and each other. So excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm still shocked. Look, single black mothers, don't blame yourselves. Stop blaming yourselves for worthless ass niggas who's sitting up there talking about it's your fault how the boy turned out. It's their fault that you're in that situation to begin with. Which is another thing I don't get. How the hell we just gloss over the fact of how single black mothers get created.
Yeah.
How is it that we don't pay
mm,
any attention to that? A
Yeah.
single black mother is an abandoned woman. She's been abandoned by the father.
Oh, yeah, and um, okay, this is what's going on.
Stereotypical. Okay, we got a comment.
Yeah.
Stereotypical single mothers avoid good men early on, but want to get with those good men after she has had children. How do you know that?
Okay.
What's your evidence? Hold on. Let me get him first, and then you guys can have a crack at him. Okay.
Mhm.
Matter of fact, can you highlight his comment? Yeah, Phil Nickel. You came on the right night. We want all the smoke. Okay. All right. Let me read this comment again. Stereotypical. Abby, you listening?
yes.
Stereotypical single mothers avoid good men early on, but want to get with those good men after she has had children. Okay, first of all, what is your evidence that this is taking place? Where do you see
Right.
this at? Where's your evidence of this? Where's your hardcore evidence? Show me some hardcore evidence that a black woman turned down a good man. Now, I've heard this before, but I've never seen any proof. If you're going to make a bold ass statement like that, then you must have truth to back it up. You must have evidence to back it up. Where is your proof that a black woman turned down a good black man?
Hmm.
Ladies, while he's fumbling for proof, y'all can have a crack at it.
Abner, you go ahead, cause I got a lot to say about this.
Yeah, you have to say it. I'm just joining my own because I don't understand why you said a good
Stereotypical
man with
stereo. Yeah, she. What he's saying is a stereotypical single mother, right?
right.
Avoid good men early on, but want to get with those good men after she has had a baby. Where is your evidence of that? Show me
You
a
know,
good black woman avoiding a good black man. I need proof of that before we can have a conversation on that particular topic. You must provide me proof that a black mother is avoiding a good black man, or a black woman is avoiding a good black man. I need proof of that. I don't want to just hear you saying it. That doesn't do anything for me. You are going to have to show me proof of that.
I don't believe it that way because I don't believe that a single man that turn off a good man. I don't believe it because what he's saying for me, I don't believe it.
No,
When the men are good, why would the mothers be turning over them?
It doesn't even make any damn sense. No, Mika, he's sitting up here saying that black women, typical black women, are turning down or avoiding good black men early on. Where the hell is that? Where's the evidence of that?
mm-hmm.
Okay, Dame, he's all yours.
Okay, bull crap. As I always say, the so-called good black man stereotype that you separating from the so-called bad guys, Pookie and Ray Ray. No woman deliberately avoid a good man. I said they start off looking alike, sounding like, talking the same talk. Women have married these so-called, well, I know what stereotype you fit, good men. These good men that you are talking about, that women are avoiding. they the main ones complaining about child support because hey, the woman thought he was a good man. She either married him, got involved with him, thought he would be a good. They had a child, and then he showed his behind. He
Throw the
wants to
link in the
have
chat.
abortion. Hmm?
Throw
Throw
the
the
link
link.
in the chat. Yeah, yeah. We're
Okay.
putting the link in the chat. Okay. Now he also says lots of Pookies and Ray Rays running up in and impregnating women, single mothers like excitement. Lots of Pookies and Ray Rays, huh? Where's your evidence of that? How do you know that's taking place? Where's your proof? You guys, when you're coming with stuff like this, you need proof. You can't just come and say that. That doesn't do anything for me. I'm too old for that. I need proof. Now, you may be able to tell some of these young people who don't know any better that kind of BS, and they'll believe you. But an old veteran brother like myself, I'm going to need proof. You're going to have to prove that to me. Where's all of these Pookies and Ray Rays impregnating these women? Where?
Mm-hmm.
And how you know that the Pookies and Ray Rays are doing it? What is your evidence of that? The link is in the chat if anybody want to come up. And like Mika said, a young, inexperienced woman at the age of 18, how the hell does she know who's a good man or not? She's
Mm-hmm.
going on what the man is presenting to her or what she thinks is a good man.
Mm-hmm.
See, what you guys do is you trick these women and you make these women that you know that don't have any experience, you make them think that you're a good man when you really aren't. And then you turn around and turn them out later on. And after you done screwed them up, you want to blame somebody else. You want to blame it on Pookie and Ray Ray.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talking, talking all that talk and stuff like that, and then you have the nerve to throw in her face. She chose wrong. Uh, she didn't choose wrong.
Not making no
Because
excuses. You're not giving me any proof of what you're talking about. As far as I'm concerned, you're just talking gibberish. You haven't provided any concrete proof. I need
who
proof.
who's
I'm not making
unwise?
excuses. I'm not making excuses for any unwise behavior. As a matter of fact, the unwise behavior is abandoning your children. That's unwise behavior. Because you know what that does? Right? Abandoning your children and not giving your boys the proper guidance, that creates Pookies and Ray Rays.
Mm-hmm.
Because they get raised in the street without fathers, they look for fathers in the street. That's how your Pookies and Ray Rays get created. From
And before
abandoned children, especially boys.
and before you ask where the mother is, she's at work trying to provide a roof over the head, groceries, utilities, whatever, clothes on the child's back, with everything he needs for school and stuff like that.
Yeah, because the mother have been fighting to get all these things for these boys. But where is the father? The father
Yeah, we're
blaming
open.
nothing.
Yeah, the link is here, Phil Negro. You want to come on up and have a discussion with it? I'll be happy to have a discussion with you. But again, you got to bring proof. I don't want to hear nothing about Pookies and Ray Rays. You didn't have any proof. I don't want to hear nothing about statistics. I need proof. I need proof. I need evidence, especially when you said that black women are avoiding good black men. Even though they're out here crying for good black men out the wazoo, I don't know why in the hell they would try to avoid them. But according to you, every black woman who is crying for a good man is busy avoiding him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out how you're going to, I need proof of that. You're going to have to show me that.
Yeah.
Because I hear every day how black women are saying, where are the good black men? I mean, they're searching for them high and low.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I do look you know what I see in my community, bro? I see super swirling going on. I see young brothers walking around with their pants hanging off their ass because they don't have any guidance from any strong fathers. And the fathers that are in their home are absolutely weak. So tell me, no, we're not yelling, bro. We're having a conversation. Okay? Take that
Mm-hmm.
weak shit somewhere else. This is men. We are grown ass people up here. We don't get offended. We're not frail. We don't get offended when people raise their voice. We're much stronger than that. If you're afraid of someone being intense with you or raising your voice, then this panel is too strong for you. You might want to go over to the weakling panels like the manosphere. It's a bunch of little bitches over there. Maybe that's where you belong. We strong over here. We're not afraid of someone raising their voice. That doesn't scare us. So again, we need proof of black women avoiding good men. That doesn't even make any damn sense. You gotta now. Let me finish telling you what I see in my community. I see young boys running around with their pants hanging down because they have no strong influence of a male in their home. Two, I see a lot of young black boys who don't know who they are, and they're super swirling. They're super swirling. I see a lot of young black boys out of control because they have no guidance from a father. So they're looking for a father in the street. There's a lot of young boys out here who are super violent because they have no male influence in their life. That's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that in the real world where I live in real time amongst real people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I see. And you weak fathers can't even get your boys to pull their pants up. That's what I see. I don't see no Pookies and Ray Rays running around having these all out orgies with black women getting them pregnant. Running, I don't. Where is this evidence? Also, you have to provide the proof that black women. I don't care what it could be, a conversation, a recording, something that you heard black women say, but it has to be real shit. We got to hear it too. You just can't tell us that. Once we get some evidence, then we can properly address it and have a real conversation about it. But until we get evidence, it's just you blowing smoke.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is, just you blowing smoke. Go ahead, Dan. The link's in the chat. Anytime you want to come on up here, but I'm gonna tell you right now, don't come up here with no weak shit. Okay? I don't want to hear no weak shit up here. I don't want to hear no, oh, you raising your voice. So what?
Okay.
Don't be a punk.
Yeah. The women are believing they choosing good men. They married them, have a family with them, and they leave. They so busy being selfish about themselves, they do something that the woman is not going to take anymore of and quit.
Mm-hmm.
Or she catch them breaking the vows they have, or he's breaking vows of financial vows. He's hooked on drugs, or he's abusive, whatever reason. Or sometimes they just outright leave. They the one
I
who
want
raised the voice.
I want one of you punks to come up here and tell me how the hell do single, how the hell do absentee fathers manage to escape blame?
By making sure they got the loudest voices and come together with a whole bunch of absentee fathers.
Again, how is it that you're blaming the mother for doing everything that she can, but won't blame the father for doing absolutely nothing? I don't understand the logic behind that. Somebody's gonna have to explain that to me.
He whines the loudest, so he's the squeaky wheel that
Mm-hmm.
get the oil.
Mm-hmm. Father does nothing and escapes blame. The
Mm-hmm.
woman does anything and everything that she can, but gets blamed for everything. On what planet does that make sense? So let me tell you niggas something, right? If you were in another culture, you couldn't get away with what you're doing over here. You see, in Chinese culture, you couldn't be a man that was known for disrespecting and degrading women. They wouldn't allow that. They don't consider that worthy. They don't consider that productive. They want productive men in their society. So you might end up dead. See, in no other society, what you guys get away with is accepted. See, over here in the black society, we can have weak ass Negroes who get famous for disrespecting women and sit up here and try to pass it off as some phony ass profession or some punk ass talent. You couldn't do that in other societies. Other societies, the men will not allow that. They will not accept that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But only here, Abby,
Yes.
in Africa, could a man get away with just having a career talking bad about African women?
Never. No, we don't have.
Tell me why that wouldn't be acceptable. Tell me why that wouldn't happen.
Okay. The reason why it won't happen is that okay, sorry. The reason why it won't happen is that the men love the women,
Uh huh.
so they don't want to say anything which is not true about what the women is doing.
Hmm. So we have here in America a black man, a worthless ass Negro who can't make it in life. Let's face it, he can't make it in life. You've
Mm-hmm.
packed it in because all you want to do is hump, right? You've decided to
Because
take
that's
on the
not our culture.
right. You decided to take on the attributes of a four-legged animal and just hump, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you call
Mm-hmm.
yourself a man of wisdom, a well-read man, walking around here like you got status of a Malcolm X or somebody like that because you tell women about themselves. That's only acceptable in a society of weak men, like black society, because the men are weak. So you go somewhere where the men are strong, and that wouldn't be acceptable behavior. You wouldn't be allowed to get away with doing something like that because it's worthless, it's non-productive. Other races of men want productive men in their society. They don't want weak men. So only in a society where the men are weak is where you can come with this bullshit manosphere shit, this bullshit Kevin Samuel shit, you know, that homo alpha male strategies.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That fake ass pimp, Alan Roger Curry. See, because
Right.
y'all weak. See, this is a society and a nation of weak men. So you can get away with that and pass that shit off as if it's something that black people can use. as if it's something valuable, as if it's some real kind of profession, and it's the kind of work you do. And then you motherfuckers act like goddamn slave catchers. You act like white supremacist lynchers. You take proud ass pictures and you pose mean mugging, right? You take these mean mugging poses because you are a punk of the people, because you degrade women. You are a hero amongst cowards and punks. And you are very proud of that. And you're trying to take that cowardice crap into mainstream. You want to embarrass black men completely all across the globe. Instead of doing something worthwhile, helping your people out of the situation that they're in, creating something, doing something worthwhile. No, you want to be known for disrespecting women, so-called putting women in their place. For some reason, you think that that's some kind of real profession, some kind of real talent. You think that you're contributing to black society. This is why y'all take these pictures. You guys are delusional. You guys are crazy. In the pictures that you take, the proud pictures that you take, with all these mean mugs, like you really accomplishing something in black society. Like you've reached the status of a great Malcolm X or a Marcus Garvey or something like that because you tell women about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You degrade women. You are famous for bullying women. In another society, they would have no such thing. In other societies, they would pull your card immediately. Only in this society you can get away with nonsense like that because this is a society of weak men.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right,
Okay,
because we
lady.
don't have those things. Yeah, right, because we don't have this society in Africa here or in Ghana that would a man would be saying all these kind of things to the women, because the men are not weak all that way. They are
Right.
not.
The only reason why Kevin Samuels is famous and Obsidian's punk ass and the rest of these fake ass Negroes with these phony goddamn professions, the only reason is because this black society is saturated with weak black men. If the men in this society if the men in this society were strong, you motherfuckers would have nothing coming. Nothing. Nathan, your cowardly punk asses would have been dealt with. You would be afraid to do what you're doing if the men in this society were plenty strong. You only are what you are and get away with what you do. It's because most of the men in society are fucking weak. Go ahead, ladies.
Yeah. So I was looking at his earlier comments to see how he slipped through, but he's saying black women, single mothers, are at fault because of the poor choices they make.
Yeah, and those boy choices are believing in black men. Those are the poor choices. They believe in black men. They love black men, so they choose black men.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what black men they choose, it seems that it's a poor choice. It seems like there's no good choice to make when it comes
Mm-hmm.
down to the black woman choosing a black man, because so many of you are weak and pathetic, cowardly, and effeminate.
and don't have
So
no control over your emotions,
right,
your privates,
right, and
your
just wanna
finances.
and just right and just wanna hump like a dog and don't have no real maturity or no responsibility or no accountability. So it seems like whatever choice she make now is the wrong choice. So basically, you aren't saying anything. Were you saying that she's making bad choices? There are hardly no good choices to make.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all of you Negroes are either sellouts, corrupted, weak, effeminate, irresponsible, cowardly, unaccountable, immature. There are hardly no good choices to make. So y'all sit up here, y'all think that y'all hurting the black woman when you say, well, she doesn't make good choices. Well, actually, you're hurting yourself because there's hardly no good choices for her to make. There are too many effed up black men.
Mm-hmm.
So her making a good choice, especially in today's age, it's like her trying to find a needle in a haystack. Because you guys damn sure make that you damn sure make sure that there's hardly no good choices for her to make.
Mm-hmm.
She may as well be blindfolded in a blackout in a black room with no damn windows trying to choose a black man that's good. So when you make statements like that, I just want to point something out to you. You're not hurting the black woman when you make that statement, and you're not making her look bad. You're actually hurting yourself, and you make yourself look bad because there's hardly no good choice that she can make.
Mm-hmm. And with that statement, you're saying that um, um, black men are making single mothers
Well, you know, he said if
delivery.
he had to give them advice, better, better yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think this guy's a comedian.
Mm.
Huh? Better self control. Like she's the one running around here dry. Like she's the one running around here humping everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shouldn't you give black men that advice? Because they're the ones running around here humping everything. That comment right there, that's misplaced. Your advice is misplaced. It's the black man that's running around here humping everything.
Yeah.
All he wants to do is hump. All I want to do is hump, 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 and hump some more. All he want to do is hump, 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 and hump some more. All the black man want to do now is hump.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to have anything to do with anything else, especially anything responsible. And he damn sure don't want to have nothing to do with taking care of his own kids. So your advice is misplaced. You have your genders confused.
Yep.
Your comment should say, if you had to give future single black fathers advice, it would be to learn better self control. Now that's a better statement.
Yep. Yep. Have self control to get and put a
Yeah.
condom on at all times. Have self control to wait and get to know the woman or the girl.
Why is what Yvette? Why is what? You believe he said that?
Yeah, I can believe that. Well, no, not that part, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell them don't have sex.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
You believe this Negro?
yeah. Hmm.
You're not going to get us upset that we're too mentally strong. All we're going to do is laugh at you.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know better. We aren't weak over here. We're just going to laugh at your comments because we know how foolish you sound.
Hmm.
Give black women advice?
Oh, she says all they want to do is hump.
Oh, because it's an over sexualized society. It's all in the music. It's this homosexual culture, okay, that has turned a lot of black men into sexual deviants. They're fascinated. They're overly fascinated with nothing but sex, even to the point of having disgusting and raunchy sex. Raunchy sex.
Hmm.
That's all they want is sex. All they want to do is hump, and they'll hump anything too. They humping each other. They humping animals now. Starting to see more and more incidents coming up with white women and black dudes humping animals.
Okay. Oh, you timed them out, Truth.
You know,
Well, we ain't
you
gonna hear
got to.
feel Negro
Nah, no,
for
no, 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 no. Don't time them out. We're having some fun here. We want the smoke. Bring it. We have no problem. We want the smoke. Bring it. So far,
okay.
these weak representations of the manosphere that keep coming over here are hardly worth our time.
Yeah, yeah. Mika say it's a garden tool culture.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. They just want to hump. They just want to hump everything. It is
Hmm.
disgusting. They just want
Hmm.
to hump everything. They want to hump everything. They have no regard for age either. They want to hump little girls, little boys, little puppies. They want to hump everything.
Uh,
All they want to do is hump. That's why it's completely irresponsible. You don't want to take it. Yeah, I ain't killing children. You don't want any children. He just want to hump.
yeah. Even if they have to kill the mother to do it.
Yeah, you just
How
want to
many?
hump.
Because we run our news thing we seen where he killed the mother while she's pregnant. I bet you because he wanted her to have an abortion and she refused, and it's too far to do it, so he kills her.
Yeah, see, you guys got to understand when y'all come in here, right? My mods, they get itchy trigger fingers. They don't like it when you come in here talking shit and you're afraid to get on the panel. Okay? They start to get upset. They get upset by shit like that. You already got truth is in the chat pissed off. You know, so he ready to snipe
He been
somebody.
itching. He been itching for.
Yeah,
Actually, I was thinking about taking my paddles out too.
yeah, you
But
see, he's upset. He's ready to snipe somebody. See, my mods in here gets pissed off, people, when y'all come in here with this bullshit and y'all won't back it up on the panel. So my advice to y'all is when y'all come in here with this shit, at least come up on the panel and that will at least give you some protection. You don't come up on the panel, I can't guarantee your protection because my mods, they get a little, they they don't like shit like that. They get upset, and when they get upset, bullets start flying.
yeah,
They don't like that shit. They don't want punks in here. If you're gonna come in here and say something, back it up.
yeah, yeah. All right, Truth. You got this one.
I look, man. Listen, all you guys who are in the clouds who might want to talk. Hey, when I have shows like this, it's an open invitation. You can come up here with your BS, and we'll talk about it. I'm just gonna shoot it down.
Hmm.
because none of you come up here with anything worthwhile saying in the first place. But you're welcome to come up and try. Okay. Now, while you're on the panel, I can guarantee you some protection because at least you got the balls to get up on the panel. But if you come in here saying crazy shit and you don't get on the panel, I can't guarantee your protection. My Mars, they get busy and they don't like shit like that.
You're actually lucky he waited as long as he did.
Exactly. You know, they don't like stuff like that. They get pissed off. They want you to back up. Well, you're gonna come here with some shit. They want you to come up on the panel and back it up.
Sure. You're lucky.
And we are, and listen, and we are willing to have the conversation. Come on up. We're willing to have the conversation. You can bring that bullshit up here if you want. We'll be happy to destroy it in a subtle way. Very, very happy to. I have no problem with annihilating your talking points. It's fun. It's fun. But that's getting back to the same. Single black mothers, don't blame yourselves for doing the very best that you can for your children. Keep doing whatever you can. It's sad that it's sad. I still can't get back. You know what? We need to do a show on this alone. How the hell does the father escape blame? I still can't get past that. Why is everything being blamed on the single mother? And she's the one that's doing something. She's the one that's feeding the child, clothing the child, taking the child to the doctor, putting the child in school or homeschooling the child, going to work, providing for the child. How is she being blamed? On what planet does that make any goddamn sense? And the father who put her in that predicament in the first place is not only not blamed, but is supported. People feel sorry for deadbeat dads. People come out of the woodwork and defend deadbeat dads. What has the black world come to? People come and defend deadbeat dads. They are defending absentee fathers. They are cursing the black mothers, calling the black mothers all manners of names. Cursing the ground she walks on, even though she's doing everything she can to ensure their survival. And many of them are products of a single black mother who did everything she could for them to make sure they ate, to make sure they had clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, a roof over their head.
And in case of one of them said, she made him realize that they weren't poor. She created an environment for him that he didn't realize he was poor.
Exactly. Poor. You never know you're poor because mama does a very good job at masking that. That's what I was saying on the other drive when I was talking about relationships, guys. We were talking about courting, right? When I told you about Valentine's Day. Women don't want to hear that. Women don't want to hear no shit about, well, you know, Cupid, you know, shot somebody and it's a gay holiday. And man, women don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that shit. Like I said, you know what the black woman sees on Valentine's Day? She see other men buying women gifts. She see other women getting gifts. She don't see nobody standing there telling their girl, "Hey, well, you know, this holiday ain't even for black people. You know, it was for two white gay dudes, and Saint Valentine was a burglar." Ain't nobody doing that. That's what she sees. Like I said, that conversation, say that conversation for your conscious buddies. Get your woman a gift on Valentine's Day. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear nothing about no goddamn St. Augustine being a burglar. They don't give a damn about that. They want a gift. They see other women getting gifts. They see other women being taken to expensive restaurants. They see other women going out and being swept off their feet, riding in horse and buggy carriages. They see women being serenaded. They don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when they call you to remind you that your the child's birthday is such and such, and to have a gift, they know the
That's
child
a,
is not gonna want to hear no excuses. Like, why did my father, there for my birthday, or at least send me a
right.
present?
And it's
Mm-hmm.
the same thing with your mother on Christmas. You don't know that you're poor. She does.
Mm-hmm.
And on Christmas, you get toys. You get gifts. Your mother don't sit up and tell you about, hey, Christmas is a white pagan holiday and Satan Claus and all of that. She don't tell you none of that. She go out and get you a gift because she see, the other kids got gifts. Ain't nobody else on the block telling their kid, it's Satan Claus and all that stuff. Your mother don't do that. She gets you a gift for Christmas
Mm-hmm. And
because she
some.
knows other kids are getting gifts. She don't want you to go with that. She don't want you sitting there looking all awkward. And you like, well, mommy, how come Tommy and them down the street got a bike and I don't have anything?
Mm-hmm. And she knows that child want a bike. She do all kind of stuff to make sure.
And then you go
Um.
back to what Tupac said, right, ladies? He said, Mama made miracles every Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about a parent, whereas that food was scarce, but on Thanksgiving, somehow, she pulled a miracle, and they ate things, and they ate for Thanksgiving. Never mind that the Pilgrims got murdered and all that. We know all that already. Nobody knows. Y'all gotta understand something about this conscious shit. When these holidays now, before these holidays come up, oh, women will talk to you all day long about this conscious shit. Yeah, that was fucked up. The Pilgrims got shot. A woman will sit there with you and drop knowledge with you. Yeah, that was fucked up. Oh, boy brought the Pilgrims over here and double crossed them and shot them and fucked up the Indians. That's some fucked up shit. Yeah, Satan Claus. Yeah, a fat white burglarizing people's homes and shit and getting away with it. Yeah, she'll talk conscious shit with you all day long. But as soon as these holidays come up, that shit out the window.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear that shit. He's like, okay, what you getting for Christmas? What you getting for Christmas? What? I thought we talked about this 6 months ago about Satan Claus. No, I mean, yeah, but it's the holidays. My parents are coming over and they said, what you getting for Christmas? They don't want to hear that shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
When these holidays come up. Now, when it ain't no holiday, you can talk that shit all year long. But when these holidays come up, nobody want to hear that shit, yo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
During Thanksgiving, nobody want to hear shit about the Pilgrims. All they want to know is, are you bringing a turkey? Well, what you contributing to the? Are you bringing a pie? What you doing? You bringing macaroni? Shit, what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Don't come to nobody on Thanksgiving talking about some. Yeah, the Pilgrims got shot. I don't want to hear that shit. Are you bringing any beer? You bringing some drinks? What you bringing?
Mm-hmm.
Christmas come up. What gifts are you bringing? Well, Satan Claus is. They don't want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So, exactly. The truth is, your mother bought you a PS2.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear your conscious shit during a holiday. Your conscious shit only works when there are no holidays. You're not changing nothing, man. American people, whether it be black or white or whatever, are too ingrained in the holidays.
Yeah.
It's a way of life for this country. You're not changing it. You can talk all the kinds of shit in the world, it won't change a thing. And you can get people to agree with you. You can get black, well, yeah, that's fucked up. They murdered the Pilgrims, and Davy Crockett was a sellout. He set them up. Daniel Boone set them up. Whatever.
Shit.
Satan Claus or a fat white dude burglarizing homes and leaving cookies behind. How come nobody never looked at Santa Claus as doing a B&E? Y'all know what a B&E is? A B&E is called breaking and entering. Santa Claus is doing a B&E on multiple hundreds of houses.
I guess because they hadn't caught him.
And leaving you a cookie. And why is it that he's only dealing with children? Who's naughty and who's not? Doesn't it sound like some pedophilia shit? And how is it that this is the only motherfucker that can get reindeers to fly?
It was his getaway. That's his getaway.
Yeah, it's his getaway. That motherfucker, he got a badass getaway mobile. That motherfucker can fly. He was saying he done burglarized y'all. See, he really taking shit. But they're trying to make it seem like he giving you stuff. He robbing people, y'all. He really robbing people. You know what I'm saying? And he got his getaway sled, right? On Dancer, on Donna Frickson. They sound like strippers. You know what I'm saying?
Gay strippers, most of them.
Gay strippers. Blitzen, Prancer. You know? Yeah, dude got gay reindeers who are part-time strippers.
Yeah, it's exactly true. Said your soul, but these guys don't have a soul. How can they be raised by a single mother, condemn single mother, create another single mother?
Exactly true. This mama made sure you had clean clothes, good food, shoes on your feet, okay? And she paid the bills and the rent. See, we don't realize how grateful we are and how blessed we were to have our mothers. I was blessed to have my father till I was 17, and he passed away. So most of my father's work was already done. I was pretty much already raised by my father, okay, by the time he passed away. So our mothers are there for us. Like you said, now I don't understand. How is that your mother are a provider for the children, but the father can't be a provider for the family? What do you think the woman is doing with those resources? She's using those resources on everybody in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like she's taking your resources and she's going out and she's partying with her friends. And she's painting the town red and all this other nonsense.
Yeah.
We don't know where any of us be without our mothers, Emmanuel Briggs. And it's a damn shame that we have so many ungrateful bastards, you know, who know that they're products of single black mothers, who did whatever they could for them to make sure that their asses are here. And they're not even ashamed of the way they talk about single black mothers, knowing that many of them are products of single black mothers. So single black mothers, don't blame yourselves for doing the very best that you can to raise your children.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing anything wrong. Nobody is perfect. Yes, sometimes you're going to falter because you got to do everything. And sometimes that makes you weak. Sometimes that wear you out and you can't catch everything. It's not your fault. You're not supposed to be doing it by yourself to begin with. You're supposed to have help. The father is supposed to be there helping you. You know, so don't blame yourselves. You have nothing to blame yourself for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So those you single mothers who's feeling guilty, um, um, beating yourself up because you couldn't be there, you couldn't catch everything, you couldn't see everything, couldn't do everything. Don't blame
Like I
yourself.
like I said, and don't get too caught up on what them punks are saying in the management. Because let me tell you something. If we had a society of strong black men, these dudes wouldn't even exist. They only exist because our society of men are weak. That's the only reason why these guys exist. Because too many of our black men in black society are weak. Because if they were strong, these guys wouldn't exist. These guys couldn't have existed in the time that I grew up in. Somebody would have bust their ass by now. Somebody would have whooped their fucking ass and ran them out of existence by now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this kind of shit is not accepted in other societies where there are strong men. They don't accept worthless ass, unproductive men who are sitting up there running their mouth like little girls and complaining about women and trying to make a living off of disrespecting and degrading women. No other race of men will allow that. That's not acceptable anywhere else. That's only acceptable in black society because the men are weak. I agree with that. Again, it's only acceptable in black society because the Negroes are weak.
Yeah.
Because if we were strong, there wouldn't be a Kevin Samuels or an Obsidian or a fucking Manosphere or a SYSBM if we were strong black men.
Yeah.
But because we got too many, because of weakness is a disease amongst black men now. Because we have too many weak black males, guys like this can exist. This wouldn't be acceptable in any other society where there's strong, responsible men. They would not allow this shit. Princess, Abby, did she fall asleep on us again?
Ebony? Um, I don't hear anything.
All
She might
right,
be
well,
close. Mm-hmm.
all right.
Oh,
Yeah. So we're getting ready to shut it down. They want to be on too long. I got work in the morning. So, Lady Dame, let's give some last thoughts before we get out of here.
okay. All right. Single mothers are not to blame for everything that's going wrong in our community. They've been abandoned. They have to fight tooth and nail to try to get uh the fathers of their children to be fathers or to take financially care of their children or even take care. Some of them totally cut themselves off from their children, and you shouldn't blame yourself because you handling this on your own. You're not going to be able to be there everywhere at once. You're not going to catch everything. You're not going to be able to do everything because you don't have the support. You don't have the support of the child's father, and because he neglected the community, you don't have the support of the community. If you don't have family, then it's even harder for you. It's hard being a single mother when you have the support of your family. You know,
Exactly.
so
And the
it's
fact
even
that
worse when when you don't.
yeah, and I still can't get past why the father isn't being blamed for anything. Well, why would we got to do a show on that. People, look for a show. It's coming sometime this week, and we're going to. The topic is going to be how come the deadbeat dads and absentee fathers aren't blamed for anything. I need to know. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me. I can't figure that one out. I haven't been able to get past that all night. I'm stuck on that. Somebody's going to have to enlighten me on why deadbeat dads and absentee fathers aren't blamed for anything. As a matter of fact, they get defended. People defend them,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't do anything for their children, and they aren't blamed for anything. And then people come to their rescue. But the black mother is doing everything that she can to feed the child, clothe the child, put shoes on the child's feet, make sure the child gets to the doctor, make sure the child gets an education, doing everything to make sure the child doesn't starve. And she's getting blamed for everything. I don't know on what planet that makes sense. That's blowing my mind right now. So we're gonna have a podcast probably sometime this week before the week's out, and we're gonna talk about how come single black fathers, absentee fathers, deadbeat dads aren't blamed for anything. I want to know why that is. And on that note, hold on, what we have here?
Oh, Truth was saying in the chat, how did they feel about tonight's topics? Any thoughts on it? Emmanuel Briggs goes, I thought this was a great show. This needs to be addressed more often. And Truth was saying, what he feel? I feel like single mothers are to be respected because they're the backbones of our community right now. They, for the most part, are why most black men can make it to adulthood with at least some sense.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Solid. Shout
Yeah,
out to Truth Is. That was solid.
yeah. I was
I agree
waiting to see.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Good way to
Yeah.
end the show. We're going to end it on that comment from our young brother, Truth Is.
Mm-hmm.
Peace, power, unity. Y'all, then cue up the music. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
listen, we got Ladies Night coming up. We want to get our game show off. All right. Remember, the name of the show is called Who Don't Belong. You have to have a cash app so to be a contestant because there's a cash prize if you win, courtesy of the Ebony Star Network. So we have to be able to. So we have to be able to send you the cash prize, and we want to do it via Cash App. So we need 3 contestants. We're going to ask a series of 3 questions. I'm sorry, 10 questions. And at the end, whoever has the most points will win the game and will receive the cash prize courtesy of the Every Star Network. So look out for our game. Hopefully we can launch it this Saturday. We'll have enough people. So spread the word that we will be on Ladies Night with our new game. And we need 3 contestants. Remember, you must have a cash app to be eligible. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, okay, protect single mothers because the fathers aren't going to do in our future. Again, Truth Is with the hard hitting comments. And on that note, we're going to break on out. Peace, power, and unity, everybody. Dan, get us on up out of here. We'll holler at y'all during the rest of the week, and we'll definitely see you on Ladies Night.